Now, an inside look at Urban Triage's new building. Why leaders say this new space will have such a big impact on the community. And the Packers pick up another home win, highlights and reaction from Lambeau. Plus, as coronavirus cases surge across the U.S., while some governors are attempting to slow the spread before the holidays.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintana. In just over a month, Urban Triage raised enough money to convert the former UW South partnership space on Park Street into their own community space. Gabriela Becerra explains the need for this transformative and healing area.
Beyond the door of this brand new office space, the Urban Triage team is ready to help in any way possible. The foundation of Urban Triage was built at home.
We've been working out of a kitchen for a few years, so.
Now the community space on Park Street invites everyone to the table.
We want Black people to come to this space and feel at home, like they could just be here all day long.
Urban Triage is a nonprofit organization that empowers and educates Black families and fights for an equitable community.
Part of Urban Triage mission is to cause and create, right? Help families with the tools and skills of navigating the world by first learning how to navigate self.
Founder and CEO Brandy Grayson gave us a tour.
The decor is really based in the artwork, creating a kind of the energy and sway.
The space includes a large gathering room where programs will meet.
So this would be that hub where people can come and get resources for, like, how do I start a business? What are the legal structures? What the business structures?
Plus shared and private offices, a conference room, a kitchen, and a children's room.
We are community funded. Like, everything you see, someone gave to us.
Urban Triage raised more than $100,000 for the space, and donations will be needed to keep it going.
You guys have been just coming through. Like, that is what community is about. Like this. So continue, because sustainability is y'all.
With this space, Urban Triage will continue to inspire Black economic empowerment and dismantle health disparities.
This space is uber important, not just for the programming, but for the social consciousness of Blackness.
Once COVID-19 is less of an issue, Urban Triage will set up more permanent office hours. In Madison, Gabriela Becerra, News 3 Now.
The community space is located near one of Urban Triage's collaborators, the Urban League, as well as the South Transfer Point for easy access. Let's get a look at your first warn weather with meteorologist Dana Fulton. We had the cold and we had the wind today.
We certainly had the wind, yes. Those wind gusts picking up quite a bit this afternoon. Wind advisories now, though, thankfully, all canceled and expired. We did see peak wind gusts in the upper 30s for Dane County, in the mid-50s, though, in Rock County, close to 50 for much of southern Wisconsin. So a very windy afternoon. Sustained wind speeds now down to the teens. Still likely you could hear it howling outside and feel it if you do have to step out to let the dog out real quick. Right now, things are quieting down on our Doppler track. We did have some flurries pass through this evening. That's all moving east. Those temperatures today in the 30s for much of the afternoon, 50 degrees. The high officially, but that was well early in the day. Thankfully, tomorrow will not be quite as chilly outside, but we will take a closer look at your full forecast in just a few minutes, Amanda.
Thank you, Dana. Madison police are investigating a report of shots fired on the city's north side. It happened on North Sherman Avenue near Warner Park around 11 o'clock last night. Police say they recovered two shell casings. A witness told police two people ran toward Wyndham Way after those shots were fired. No damage or injuries were reported. Anyone with information is asked to contact Madison Area Crime Stoppers. The Packers improved to 7-2 after pulling off a win over the Jaguars today. Sports director Zach Hanley joins us now to break down the game.
Amanda, pulled off is right. I mean, you think it would have been easier considering the Jaguars are one of the worst teams in the league. They entered Sunday on a 7-game losing streak, and their starting QB is a rookie who's only played in one game. But that's why you play the game. Packers down 10-7 in the second. And Aaron Rodgers takes matters into his own hands, or should I say legs. 6 points for the touchdown, 0 for his Lambeau leap. Fourth quarter now, Jacksonville back up 3, and Rodgers going to hit Davante Adams, who climbs the ladder for the score. His 9th tutty of the season gives the Packers the lead for good. They move to 7-2 with a 24-20 win.
You know, you got to earn everything you get, and people aren't just going to lay down and you got to become ready to play and ready to work each and every day in order to get the results that you want. Again, we're fortunate, and we'll take the win, but we've got to improve, especially at home.
And coming up later in sports, the franchise signed one of the guys they needed to sign to keep their core group intact, who it was, and just how much money he'll be making. Amanda?
Thank you, Zach. Turning to our coronavirus headlines, Wisconsin is reporting more than 5,500 new cases of the virus today. DHS and county dashboards show an all-time total of more than 312,000. 11 more people have died in the last day, while 69,000 cases remain active. New case counts across the country in November are shattering records. An average of more than 1,100 Americans have died each day from the virus over the last week. It's forcing some states, including Michigan, to almost completely lock down again, banning indoor gatherings and in-person classes starting on Wednesday.
Now, 8 months after I first spoke to you in March, I'm asking that we join forces again. Because as hard as those first months were for our state, these next few are going to be even harder.
Michigan isn't the only state having to adjust right now. CBS News' Nancy Chen has more.
Barely a week after the U.S. reached the grim milestone of 10 million coronavirus cases, it surpassed the 11 million mark on Sunday. As hospitalizations surge, Pfizer's new vaccine is raising hope. But Dr. Anthony Fauci says even when a vaccine does become available, Americans should not let their guards down.
We've got to get the vaccine, it's got to be deployed, and we can't abandon fundamental public health measures.
The pandemic's latest explosive wave is setting daily records for new case numbers. More than 184,000 infections were reported nationwide on Friday alone, according to Johns Hopkins University. Washington State Governor Jay Inslee joins the growing list of state and local leaders imposing new restrictions on businesses and activities.
Now we're facing a third wave that is trending to be more dangerous than any we have seen before.
While the virus remains relentless, businesses like this San Diego, California gym are finding ways to adapt.
We have our plated machines, our selectorized machines, our cardio. We have everything that we had indoors, we brought it outdoors.
Crunch Fitness District Manager Carly Hodson says the gym will eventually have to throw out the equipment because the weather will damage it. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
More than 245,000 people in the U.S. have died from COVID-19, according to Johns Hopkins. That's the most in the world. President-elect Joe Biden attended church this morning. He's expected to speak tomorrow about the nation's recovery from the pandemic. Dr. Anthony Fauci says the pandemic will only get worse if Biden cannot fully begin his transition. Fauci tells CNN he wants to be able to start working with Biden's team.
I've been through multiple transitions now, having served 6 presidents for 36 years, and it's very clear that that transition process that we go through, that time, the period of measured in several weeks to months, is really important in a smooth handing over of the information, as well as it's almost like passing a baton in a race. You don't want to stop and then give it to somebody. You want to just essentially keep going. And that's what transition is. So it certainly would make things more smoothly if we could do that.
Fauci also said it has been several months since President Trump met with the White House Coronavirus Task Force, which is headed by Vice President Mike Pence. Meanwhile, New York's Democratic senators are calling on Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to put a robust COVID-19 relief bill on the Senate floor as soon as possible. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said today even President Trump wants another bill. Last week, Chair of the Federal Reserve Jerome Powell endorsed another stimulus plan. A relief package would help the unemployed, renters, homeowners, small businesses, state and local governments, healthcare institutions, and schools. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is self-isolating after coming into contact with someone who tested positive for the virus. Johnson was admitted to the hospital with COVID-19 earlier this year. In a tweet, Johnson says he's well and does not have any symptoms, adding that he will continue to lead the government's pandemic response. There's more on News 3 Now at 10. Dana has your first one forecast, plus how Madison's golf courses are adjusting during the pandemic and their plans for 2021. And President Trump acknowledges Joe Biden's victory, but he won't concede. The latest on his legal battles. Next.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
When I grow up, I want to be an expert in something. I want to know what it would be like to make a difference. I want to be a part of something bigger, to help people, to change lives. When I grow up, I want to show the world that anything is possible. But now I know that making a difference doesn't take much.
It just takes me. Join our team. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think?
I love it.
To the thousands of Herzing University nursing and healthcare alumni, for your tireless commitment, and to all of your brave colleagues across America, we say thank you.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Monday, Wisconsin Supreme Court with their arguments over Governor Evers' statewide mask mandate. We'll cover what's at stake.
And Consumer Reports takes a look at whether air purifiers can actually keep you from getting sick. We'll see you on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
And resilience rises. Not even gravity contains humanity when we explore as one for all.
4 astronauts are on their way to the International Space Station. Liftoff happened tonight from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The team aboard the Crew Dragon should dock at about 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow morning. They're set to spend 6 months there conducting research. NASA hopes this will be the first journey of many where SpaceX shuttles crew to the ISS. President Trump has acknowledged Joe Biden's Electoral College win for the first time, but says he will not concede. In a tweet this morning, Trump referred to President-elect Biden, saying Biden, quote, only won in the eyes of the fake news media. He added that he concedes nothing, saying, quote, we have a long way to go. Twitter flagged Trump's tweet, saying his claims about election fraud are disputed. National, state, and private election officials are contradicting his conspiracy theories about voter fraud. The Department of Homeland Security says the 2020 election was the most secure in American history. Trump is putting his personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, in charge of his campaign's legal battles. That's according to the New York Times. The decision comes after 9 cases were dropped or denied on Friday. Trump campaign advisor David Bossie has been leading the effort. In his first TV interview since the Biden's election, Since Biden's election, former President Barack Obama explains why he campaigned for his former VP and spoke out against his successor. Here's a clip of his interview with Gayle King from CBS This Morning.
Was it personal for you, or did you just think, I've had it?
It wasn't personal. Actually,
You didn't have a I've had it moment?
The truth is, everything I said, I was just stating facts.
It was out of character for you to speak up, Mr. President, that way.
I was not the person who, in a White House briefing room, said, how is bleach the way to solve COVID? I wasn't doing a routine. I was repeating words that I heard. It is not my preference to be out there. I think we were in a circumstance in this election in which certain norms, certain institutional values that are so extraordinarily important had been breached. That it was important for me, as somebody who had served in that office, to simply let people know this is not normal.
Obama campaigned with President-elect Biden several times over the campaign's final weeks. More of his interview with Gayle King will air tomorrow on CBS This Morning. A year unlike any other calls for a Masters unlike any other. Dustin Johnson took home the green jacket in the first ever fall edition of the event, which was originally postponed due to COVID concerns. Adam Duxter explains the impact COVID has had on the future of golf right here in Madison.
Friday's unseasonably warm weather brought out golfers looking to get one last swing.
It's been quite fun, actually.
Before the season is done for good. Jim Kaltenberg has been golfing for more than 30 years and says this last bit of warm weather is a gift.
We got a couple rounds in last week down at Edelweiss. Just beautiful, sunny, 70-degree weather.
But golfers in Madison know it's not just the November Masters that have made this year one of a kind.
Well, it was a different start to our year for sure, having to work with the state agencies, the public health department.
Ryan Brinza of Madison Park says, while the pandemic forced courses to close for some time, ever since they've reopened, business has been better than expected.
It's been really a good year for us. That way, we've seen a lot of new players. Over on the east side at Yahara, they've had a tremendous year.
Which is a sight he's glad to see, considering in 2019, the city's courses went well over par, netting a $400,000 deficit by year's end. But as coronavirus limits much of what is safe to do, he says golf's outdoor, already social distance nature makes it not just enjoyable, but safe too for the lifelong golfer.
We played a lot of rounds, and, we did our best to, social distance and everything else.
And for new golfers too. Brinza says while the year's not over yet, he's confident the future of Madison's courses is on the right trajectory.
Much like other parks, this is a tremendous benefit to our community. People being able to get outside, get some exercise, play a game that's beneficial to not only their health physically, but their mental health as well.
Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Brinza says while it's still likely COVID restrictions will be in place when outdoor courses reopen in 2021, he's hopeful that precautions put in place this year will still allow people to hit the greens safely. The Titletown Ice Rink outside of Lambeau Field is expected to open this week. All visitors over the age of 2 will be required to wear a face mask unless they're eating or drinking. There will also be fewer people allowed on the ice at once. Opening day is scheduled for Wednesday. Let's get a look at your first warn weather. We're talking about ice skating. That means it's getting cold.
It's getting chilly. Yes, we're right around the corner from skiing season and tubing and snowboarding and all the fun things that can come along with winter. It'll get a little chilly at times, but there are a lot of good things that come along with winter as well. Now, our wind speeds will be calming down a bit overnight. It won't be quite as gusty outside as we look ahead to the work week. The sunshine returns for Monday, and we're expecting dry conditions for much of the work week. No rain chance building in over the next several days. Radar is quiet right now. We had the showers this morning, some light flurries passing through this afternoon, but things should stay pretty quiet as we move overnight. Wind speeds again backing down a bit. Overall, we're still in the teens, but those wind gusts today were climbing close to 50 miles per hour, and now those wind gusts have certainly backed off. Temperature-wise, we're close to 30, so already below freezing in Dane County and areas north and west. Compared to this time yesterday, it is quite a bit cooler outside. Our temperatures will drop more tonight, but for afternoon afternoon highs tomorrow with that sun. It'll actually be not quite as chilly for the afternoon for your Monday. Overnight, we're steadily becoming mostly clear, so temperatures will drop a bit more. We'll be in the mid to upper 20s for those overnight lows. Throughout the day on Monday, plan on a partly sunny sky with high temperatures pretty close to average in the mid 40s. Today we saw afternoon temperatures in the 30s, so it's going to feel a little more comfortable outside when we add on a few more degrees and we take away those wind gusts. Heading into Tuesday, the cloud coverage will clear out. For early Tuesday morning, temperatures are in the 20s. Again, that breeze coming in from the northwest. And then through the afternoon, high temperatures will stay in the 30s. So a little chilly in the afternoon, but we're still sunny outside. And if you're hoping for a little milder trend by the end of the week, we got some good news. We'll see temperatures climbing a little more for the second half of the work week. Tomorrow, partly sunny, certainly not as chilly and not as windy outside. High temperatures will be pretty close to average in the mid to upper 40s. A bit cooler on Tuesday, upper 30s with mostly sunny skies. Breezy for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, heading through the work week with partly sunny skies sticking around. We're in the mid 40s, so close to average on Wednesday, and then in the 50s for Thursday and for Friday. Our next chance for showers starts to develop late Friday night into Saturday morning. Right now, next weekend looks like it's going to include some rain chances. So a little far out to iron out the timing, and of course, then we move into Thanksgiving week.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's hope we don't have rain on Thanksgiving, but we'll see as we go along.
We'll try to get some sunshine. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Dana. And just ahead in sports, the Badgers didn't miss a beat at Michigan, even though it was their first game since week 1. Why Paul Chryst is giving all the credit to his players. Zach's in next.